Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I know in a lot of my videos I have been reviewing like one standalone item, but today I'm going to show you how to use products to create the look I am wearing right now. So everything I'm wearing at this current moment, this is like future me. You're going to see past me before I've done this, and I'm going to take you through and show you each item I'm using. Now, the cool thing about this is every single item I am using in this video, all the items are going to be $10 or less each. So, obviously, if you added the entire face's worth of products, even if they were all under $10 each, that would be hundreds probably of dollars. So by all means, I'm not telling you buy a full face, but if you are looking for a new lip to try or a new bronzer or highlighter, whatever, if you have one or two items that you're out of or you're just feeling kind of lackluster and you want something new to try, I would encourage you to watch this because everything is going to be under 10 bucks. So you could pick up those one or two items that you're curious about and hopefully save some time researching the products by watching me use them. And I hope you guys have fun. This was probably harder than I thought it was going to be. Because I don't know, I guess just some of my stuff's bougier than I thought it was. As I was looking up and I'm like, wait, that actually costs that much? Because I use my points from Ulta. I don't personally spend that much, but I made sure the actual ticket price is for everything $10 and under, whether you have coupons or points or not. So you guys should be able to get that awesome deal. Here we go from the beginning, and I hope you enjoy. I'm going to start by going in with the Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio. This is primer and base, blur and pore minimize. It's in the shade 400. This is supposed to visually blur imperfections and reduce the appearance of pores, prime your skin, even out your skin, be lightweight and not clog your pores. It says you can wear it alone or under makeup. So if you haven't seen my skincare video yet, I'm going to link that down below, but I talked about the Olay products and that I had been sent to those by, or those had been sent to me rather by a group called Influencer. So that group with this primer and the highlighter I'm going to use in this video, they actually run occasionally online where you go and buy the product from the store. That way it saves them the shipping instead of sending you the products free. But then if you scan your receipt on the app, they then PayPal you the money back. So essentially it is a free product. So this is one of them, and then like I said later, the highlighter, those were both from Influencer or paid by them ultimately. So thank you for those complimentary products. I've never tried these before. It is normally $9.99, so that does fall under our $10 challenge kind of here that we're trying to fall within today. So I'm going to take a little bit of this on my fingers. It says pore filling, so I'm going to try to dab it in instead of just wiping it so that it hopefully does fill in a bit. And before I started today, I did do my normal skincare and moisturizing routine. A lot of stuff that says pore filling, this doesn't say wrinkle specifically, but I like to take it up under my eye as well because that is where I have some fine lines and hope that some of that fills in my fine lines under my eye there. But since this is pore filling, I'm really wanting it around here. That's where I have the largest pores. And then my forehead, I've got some fine lines that hopefully this will fill them in. And a little on my chin. This is a very, very watery, thin feeling, not thick at all formula. It's not usually my favorite. It kind of reminds me of the Smashbox photo finish if you've ever used that one. That one is more expensive. If you like this, this would be a cheap version of that. They also had many other primers that did other things. This one specifically, again, is for pore minimizing and blurring. So we will see how we feel about that. The primer I'm using today is from Believe Beauty. This is a new primer. I've seen a couple people on YouTube review this, and this is called the Skin Finish Foundation. It's supposed to be medium to full coverage. I got the shade Nude. Hopefully I matched myself well enough. But this, believe it or not, is from Dollar General, and it is $5. So I don't think I mentioned in the intro, but all of the tools that I'm going to use today to apply the makeup are also going to be $10 or less per item. So what I'm going to apply this foundation with is this NYX sponge. This I actually got free for buying $15 or more worth of NYX products from Ulta at some point. I have preached to you all before about how Ulta gives you great deals. This is another example. Normally the sponge, it comes in this little case and it fits, but as you can see, it doesn't now. This really, it is used, inflates a lot when you dampen it, and you do want to use a damp sponge so that the sponge doesn't absorb as much of your product. You don't want to waste it. You want it all to go on your face. So I went ahead and applied half of my face with foundation. This does have a nice little pump once you pull off this cap. I do really like foundations that have a pump. And the color matched really well, but I only did half of my face so that I could kind of show you what their version of medium to full coverage is here. And I just blotted this on with the NYX sponge. But this is the side that has the foundation. I didn't put any on my eyes, so you can still see some veins and things there. But compare that to this side, which has nothing on it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the face and move on to the next step. So the full foundation face is finished. This is what it looks like. I think it did a really good job of covering most of my imperfections up. I have one small acne right here that's peeking through a little, but it's really not too bad. It's more texture than redness at this point. Now I am going to skip concealer because I actually have not been doing that much of that lately. I find a lot of concealers just kind of under here emphasize the fine lines that I have, and I don't really have dark circles too badly to worry about it. But if you are someone that is a religious concealer user, I know e.l.f. makes a concealer that I've heard great things about. I haven't tried it, but that would definitely be in the $10 or under category price-wise. I'm going to move on to setting this, though. I will say this Believe foundation is a little more luminous than I personally would prefer. I really like a matte look. I think a lot of that just stems from the fact that I have oily skin, and so any shine whatsoever makes me go, if it's shiny now, it's going to be like melting off my face later when the oil actually sets in. So I'm going to set it with some powder, and I'm using the Coty Airspun powder in Translucent is the shade. And this I got at Walmart. It is $5.97 from Walmart. Now, I will say this is not my favorite powder, and it really has nothing to do with the formula. It really sets the face nicely, but this was originally a formula that came out in like the 20s or 30s, and it says it on the container. You can read. I think it was on the box though, not this. Nope, it's on the bottom. So this was like a perfume designer, I guess, that worked in 1935 on this with this company. And so the scent is a very overpowering, I don't know, it just smells like old lady perfume to me. So I don't like that. The smell doesn't really stay on the powder too long, so if you can get over the fact that it stinks, you might really like it. I will not repurchase this because I can't get over it, but I have still been able to use it because it comes, there's a large quantity, by the way, for that much. It's huge. Like, look how big my head is compared to this thing. And it is 2.3 ounces. It's a lot of powder. But what I do is it comes with a little sifter and this cap, and I usually, like the night before, pour some out into this cap and just kind of let it air out almost. And I have found that that makes the scent a lot less crazy when I go to actually use it. So I set under the eyes where it's dewy, and I really just get this T-zone good with this powder. So next I'm going to warm up some color on the face. I'm looking a little ghostly right now, and I am using, I didn't even know I had this. This is part of the fun of this video, like I said before, was finding things I didn't even know I had anymore. This is from LA Colors. This is a bronzer in the shade Glowing. Now for this bronzer, I will say it was $5. And then I am taking the Jeffree Star Morphe Brush JS3, which you might say, $10 and under? Yes. If you buy this brush as a single, this is the contouring brush. It is $8, so it is under $10, which I was excited about because I really didn't think I'd be able to use any of those brushes in this video. So I'm going to take it on this brush and apply it to my normal places, and I'll show you what that looks like when I'm all finished. So here's the face warmed up with a little bit of that LA Colors bronzer just to give it a little bit of a healthy glow. So next I'm going to go in with the Ulta Beauty Paradise Found blush. This is from Ulta, $8, and I'm going to use the Ulta Beauty Blush Brush, which is $5.99. Now I would like to say again, not sponsored, wish I were, but I got both of these for free from Ulta because they do run promo eventually or from time to time. Where they say, hey, if you buy this much of Ulta products, we will throw in some free items. So I like to do that whenever I'm like, okay, I'm out of mascara or I'm out of whatever your one item is, go buy that one item because it's usually only like, I think $20 they ask you to spend in order to get the freebies. You get a whole bag of freebies. Usually you get like a lip, a blush, a bronzer, some brushes, some eyeshadow, a highlighter. It's like a really meaty bag. So I would recommend you do that so that you don't have to spend $8 for the blush and $5.99 for the brush because they're in there for free. So that is the blush on top of the bronzer. I really like these because they give it a nice radiant effect on the skin. So next I'm going to move on to the brow. I'm using this Avon. It's actually a dual-ended eyeliner brush, but I'm going to use it for my eyebrows. I always do. That angle really helps. And this particular brush was $7, so we're underneath our goal there. And then I'm going to use this City Color Bold Brow. Now, unfortunately, this is older. They don't make it anymore. I got this in Ipsy, so it was $2 for me, but it was originally selling for like $7, I think. But I did see there's a super similar product I haven't tried, but it looks exactly the same by Rimmel if you want something similar. And that one is $3.99. So there's kind of like a lighter and a darker shade. Sometimes they use them both for kind of like an ombre effect, but I'm going to use the darker one today on my brows, and I'll show you the difference between them in a minute. So here's the difference just to show you halfway through between my two eyebrows. It looks insane right now. So this is my normal eyebrow. It's really sparse in here, and it's also sparse up here at the top of it. And truly, although this one looks so much bigger, I don't try to overdraw them. I just follow this natural line there, and then I basically like connect where the peak of my eyebrow here is, and it's kind of sparse to the rest of the brow. So it ends up looking like this, and I promise it looks so much less crazy once the rest of the face is on. So next I'm going to move on to the eyes, and you guys know if you've been watching my other videos that I really love the Ulta Primer just because it's a little baby mini and it was totally free. But I didn't want to use minis in this video because although those were things that were free or $2 through Ipsy for me, if you guys like the product and want to go try it, some of that stuff in the full size is more than that. So I wanted to be fair and give you things that actually were in real life under $2, or sorry, under $10, and not just the mini only under $10. So the full size of that Ulta eyeshadow primer is $12, so that did not qualify for this video. But luckily, I have this Avon eyeshadow primer that I also really like. It's in a little painter pot. And this is in the shade Light Beige. And I'm going to be applying it with this Avon Cream Eyeshadow brush. The brush is $8. The Avon eyeshadow primer itself is $2.99. So both of those are under $10. Just going to take a little bit and dip it out of the pot and put it on my eye. So my eyes are completely primed now, and I wanted to tell you that was one dunk with this. I just went dunk, and that was enough for both eyes. So a little bit goes a long way. I don't know if I told you that for the foundation. Sorry if I'm repeating this, but for the Believe, that was 2 pumps for the whole face. So that's pretty good when you don't have to go back and back and back and back and use so much product to have to deal with that. So for the eyeshadow palette, I'm using an eyeshadow palette by Essence, and I have never tried Essence eyeshadows before, or really any product from Essence before, so I'm really excited to use this. This is the Essence Spiritual Gangster eyeshadow palette. This has 16 blending, crease, accent, and lid colors, and it claims to have high pigmentation. So here's what the palette looks like shut. It is 28.8 grams, as you can see there, which is a 1.1 ounce. And it's got a little magnet you open up. What I liked about this, why I was drawn to it, is that it's got shades on both the top and the bottom. I'm going to zoom this in so you can see the shades a little bit here. They made me chuckle. We've got Rockstar, Major Key, Humble, It's a Vibe, She Bad, She Bougie, Bodak, and Lemonade. And then the bottom, we have a little less natural colors, but I love these two. We have Blessing, Super Base, Antidote, No Limit, Kiki, Do You Love Me, Finesse, and Holy Grail. So for my eye look today, I am going to put from up here, It's a Vibe. I'm going to use that to kind of set the primer that I have all over. I've kind of planned out my look in advance. Then in the crease, I'm going to put this Finesse. It's kind of like a purpley shade in person, but very pastel. Then I'm going to do Blessing all over the lid, Kiki to darken that up on the outside, and I might use one of these, I'm not sure yet. This kind of shows up green on camera, but it's actually silver in real life. So I'm going to put those on the eye and show you what that looks like. Alright guys, so let me tell you what I actually ended up using. I did do It's a Vibe for all over the lid. Then I did do Finesse for the crease. I did Kiki for the outer corner. I did Blessing on the main part of the lid, about 2/3 of it. Kiki was just this outer corner to smoke it out a little bit. And then I did Do You Love Me underneath the eye. And then I did Super Base up here on the brow bone, and I did Holy Grail in the corner of my eyes. So I used entirely too many shades, but it's fine. I kind of wanted to do this to show you guys that I do like a more colorful, fun look too. I know I've done mostly just neutral looks on my channel, so to show you kind of like this pinky, purpley, blue type scheme, I thought would be fun just to mix it up a bit. And to apply those, I only use 2 things. I use these 2 brushes. They are the Jeffree Star and Morphe JS5 and JS6 brushes. So those are the 2 that I used to apply the shadow. And then I do have to be honest with you guys, I slightly cheated with this palette. So this palette is not normally under $10, but it was today, okay? So I basically went to Ulta and saw they were having this big sale. So a lot of stuff was 50% off, 40% off, whatever. And I decided it would be okay to use in this video just because the sale's still going through October 8th. So this is uploaded on the 29th. So if you still want it to be under $10, it will be at the time this airs. So this palette is normally, for this spiritual gangster one, it's normally, oh, guess what? I'm wrong. It's normally $9.99. Girl, I didn't cheat. This is normally $9.99. So heck, you can go out and get it whenever and it's still going to be under 10 bucks. But it was 40% off for the spiritual gangster palette. So I got it for $4.65, which, I mean, come on, $4.65, like that was a deal. So if you want to get it for a deal, go get it before October 8th at Ulta, but otherwise it'll be $9.99 for that. So dang, I thought it was more than that. Okay. So next I'm going to move on to eyeliner, and I'm going to kind of keep in touch with this fun look, and I'm going to go in with the Boutique external line liquid eyeliner in navy blue. I haven't shown you guys, other than the Colourpop Monochromatic in yellow, any other liners. If you want to see that video and have it, I'll link that one down below as well for you all. But this particular eyeliner was from Sally's, and it is $3.99. They have a wide variety of shades, so if you're not into the fun blue look, by all means, pick a black or gray or whatever you want to do for your look. So here we have the navy blue liner. I'll go ahead and close my eyes so you can have a look at that. And I think I've said this in a previous video, but I really like to pick my makeup to match my clothes. So part of the reason I went with this more like purple blue vibe is because I thought it would go really nice with the floral part of this top, and the rest of the top is gray. So I also think the pop of color is not going to be too overwhelming since the majority of my outfit is gray or neutral. But I'm going to go ahead and apply the next 3 products. First, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Volumizing and Defining Mascara. This was $1 at Ulta, guys, $1, and this is in the shade Jet Black. Now, I will be honest, I don't like this formula. I don't wear this by itself. I hate it. It's too sticky. It makes my eyes feel like I can barely open them. But I am going to put on false lashes, so actually this is good because it's going to make the lashes stick and blend in with my normal lashes even better. And I'm going to use the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive Glue, and this has aloe in it to try to not strip your lashes, which I really like. And that one was, the glue is $3, and I got that from Ulta. And then I'm using the Ardell Professional Natural Lashes. This is 1 pair of lashes. And these I got from Sally's. Look for sale, guys. I cannot preach that enough. Look for sales, because you can see right here it says reduced $3.09. Well, I went to Sally's on a day when it was 50% off the clearance. So these were a little more than $1.50 for what I think is a really nice pair of lashes. So I'm going to do the mascara, the lash glue, and the lashes, and show you guys what that looks like. I forgot to tell you guys that I am using this tool to apply them. This is the Ulta Beauty False Lash Applicator, and it is $10 right on the dot. So here's the lashes, the mascara together. Close my eyes so you can see them. I like wearing eyeliner when I wear fake lashes, even if you don't normally, because it can help to hide the lash band. And I realize some people might say, well, why are you wearing black mascara when you just put on blue eyeliner? You can see a small difference there. I really think it looks fine in person to mix the colors. Also, while I do actually have blue mascara, I don't have any blue eyelashes, and that might look kind of just funky and weird anyway. I also really like this pair because I think it gives my eyelashes a little extra something without looking like, oh, you're in drag. So I would really recommend these Ardell lashes. They look really good with the wing too. So I'm going to go ahead and use setting spray just because I like to use setting spray before I use my highlighter. I think it really helps amp up the illumination of the highlighter. So I am going to be using the $5 Wet n Wild Photo Focus Matte Finish Setting Spray, and they are cruelty-free. This is a tiny BB little one for $5. It's only 1.52 fluid ounces, so this probably won't last that long, but it is $5. It is drugstore. So we're going to do a couple spritzes of that. And when she says a couple, she means like 10. I've used the cucumber one of these before, and I really love the scent. They have a few scents, but I've never used this matte finish one, so I'm really curious to see what that looks like. Just going to dry it down a little bit, not too much. And then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter. This is in the shade 250. This is another one that's complimentary of influencers, so thank you to them for letting me try this. I've never tried this highlighter, but it looks really, really bright. It kind of reminds me of the Wet n Wild one a little bit with how it looks, but we'll see how it is on the skin. They did have several shades. I chose this one. I hope it's okay. And even though it is technically an eyeshadow brush, the shape of it will work. So I'm actually using the Morphe Jeffree Star JS5 brush again to go ahead and put a little of this highlighter on the desired places of my face. I'm sorry, but I've really been liking my Ofra highlighter, but that one's $14.99. And I just need to show you, like, Here's the side with no highlighter. There's nothing wrong, it has a little luminosity. But here's the side with the highlighter. Like, it picks up as way, way crazy on screen, but you can clearly see this, right? Like, right here, this is the highlighter. It's literally so blinding that with my light, it's just coming up as like completely reflective. And there's nothing. I want to show you on camera when I do this side. So here's just my regular skin, and I'm just lightly putting this on. Do you see how fast that like is building up? So I'm gonna say this is not a highlighter. If you're somebody that's like, I just want an ever natural, slightly little tiny sheen, this ain't it. This is like the blinding, like, I'm ready for my close-up type highlighter, which to be honest, I like that kind. But oh my gosh, I'm really, really impressed. I was kind of worried it was gonna be a little too silvery when I swatched it, but it looks so good on my skin. Like, it really looks nice. You could use this for brow bone. You could use this for your inner corner, under the eye a little bit there. Like, it looks so good. And this is normally $9.99 as well, the same as the Master Prime. These are kind of the same Master series. So we have Master Prime and Master Chrome. These are $9.99 each. But this is a pretty fair amount of product. This is 5.6 grams, which is 0.19 ounces, but it's pretty big. I think that'll last you a while. I really recommend that because, oh my gosh, a little bit goes such a long way. P.S. I'm looking at my receipt, and I know I just told you that those master things were $9.99 normally. They are. But remember, I just told you Ulta's doing that sale. So even if you're not on Influencer and you don't get reimbursed that way, there is a sale on all Maybelline products at Ulta through October 8th. So I actually got both of those for $7.32. So save you some coin. Go to Ulta now. So we're almost done, guys. I know I've shown you so many products today. We're just going to do the lips. Sometimes I do a lip liner, but I'm not really feeling it today. If you want one, there are tons of Wet n Wild. There's tons of Ardell at Sally's that are all under $10, so check those out. But I'm actually going to use this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the shade London. I'm going to use this on my lips just to do a little matte lip with no liner today. So we actually can use one more thing. Since that was a matte lip, I am going to go ahead and put a lip topper on it. Sorry. But this is from Milani. This is the Hypnotic Lights Holographic Lip Topper. And this is in shade Luster Light. I actually have another of these I really like that is kind of like a blue-purple one. Which, again, I could kind of be matchy cute with this, but I don't know. I want to keep the lip a little bit more neutral, as she says, while she adds a ton of glitter to it. This is normally $10.99. However, this is on clearance at Ulta, and they had 50% off clearance, so you can do the math there. So I don't think I'm going to put this over the entire lip. It might be a little too glam then. I'm just going to take it. It's got like a little tiny doe foot applicator. This looks really, really rich, so I'm just going to do a little bit right in the center. See the difference there? And I'm going to close. And then I have this really pretty, like, it made the matte formula look a little glossy. I'm going to zoom in here a little. I don't know if you can see, there's little particles of glitter, which show up insanely in person. I just don't know if they are to you. So there's just like a little bit of shine and glitter. And it looks like that shine is drying down a little bit, so maybe it'll be more of like a matte glitter when it's done. But I really like these two layered on top of each other. It's really nice. So before I give my final thoughts here, I'm going to go ahead and stick into the video here. You'll see kind of like a little flashback from the beginning, because I just wanted to show you kind of the day and night one more time of me starting literally from scratch of no makeup whatsoever, just like my skincare, moisturizer, things like that, to the final look at the end. Okay, I confess, I got curious and I put it all over the lip. Don't hate me. um, so now it's a little more intense, but it's really fine. I'm just testing out a bunch of new stuff. I've never used a lot of this. Like I said, I just went to Ulta when they were having their sale. But here is the final look with everything. I really am enjoying this. Like, I love the eyeshadow color. I knew I liked these lashes. I have used these lashes before, but I've never used Essence. I loved, so if I had to say like my standout products from this video, I would say for sure the Spiritual Gangster, especially right now it's $4 and some cents. Go get it. And this being like $5 ish, this Milani lip topper, like I'm mesmerized. Love that. The pore thing, like I can still see my pores, but I have like outlandishly big pores. I don't know if you can see if I zoom in here on my cheeks. Like yeah, you see that? You can still see my pores. So I don't know about this. I mean, I'll use it. It's fine. Might make the foundation last longer, so I'm not saying it's completely worthless. But the highlighter, on the other hand, that's amazing too. $7 now at the sale for you guys, and change. So go check this stuff out. Please tell me in the comments, did you like this type of video? And if so, I can try to do something like this again using similarly cheap products. And if you haven't already, please also subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. And if you are already subscribed, thank you so much. And if you want to be notified every time I upload, go ahead and click the bell and it'll send you a notification. So I hope you had fun watching this tutorial. I'm literally going to go be vain and probably look at myself in the mirror for another 5 minutes before I go show Wes and ask him what he thinks. And I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.